Hey there, I'm Brittany Long, the Queen of Evergreen, and today we're talking about Evergreen emails. These are the emails that help you make money again and again and again. So if you've been looking for a way to have a self-sustaining business that can keep running even when you're on break, listen up, that's exactly what we're talking about today. Like I said, my name is Brittany Long. I'm the Queen of Evergreen and co-founder of Win with Systems, and we do Evergreen emails specifically. So what are Evergreen emails? These are the emails that you create once, people can go through at any time. It's not during a live launch or it's not a broadcast or anything like that. It's something you write and create once, and then it keeps on making that money for you. So let me give you some examples of what Evergreen emails might be. Abandoned cart sequences. So 70 to 85% of your people going to your cart are your potential customers are leaving the cart. So that means for every 100 people that go onto your order form, 70 to 85 of them are bouncing and leaving before they purchase. The problem with that is that obviously, well, a few problems with that. First of all, obviously you are not making as many sales as you could. That's a problem because it is a lot of work to get people to that order form, especially if you're running ads. So one thing that Evergreen emails can do for you, especially abandoned cart emails, is it helps you recover more sales and it helps you have a lower return or a higher return on your ad spend because you have those people that bounced originally coming back to it. And so if you're running ads, especially, having an abandoned cart sequence is vital. So abandoned cart sequence is one of the first ones. It helps you recover some of the money that you would be making if people weren't bouncing off of your order form. Now, you may be thinking, okay, I have one email. I'm good to go for abandoned cart. No. You want to have at least 4 on there so that people, because sometimes, you get an email and you're like, oh, I'll come back to this. And then you never come back to it. Or, oh, I'll come back to this. And then you have like a screaming naked toddler running around that you're trying to chase and like, get the diaper on and stuff like that. So super, super important to have at least 4 of those to help you recover those sales. And I like to think of it too is that the person that made it to the order form, chances are they are at least interested, but there's something that they're missing, something that they're not sure about, something that they think, okay, I wanted to know this, but I didn't know this, or they got distracted or busy or whatever the case may be. But essentially you're helping them solve their problem, especially if you have a product that's a great product. If your product sucks, then don't do this. But if you have a great product, which I'm sure you do if you're watching this, then definitely have those abandoned cart sequences. And they're evergreen because you create them once and they keep on going again and again and again on autopilot. The next one you're going to want to do is a welcome sequence. And a welcome sequence is important because it helps indoctrinate the person that's watching or reading, or I guess reading because it's an email, that's reading what you have to say, and is helping them bring them in like you would a friend or like you would somebody that's new to your family. You want to draw them in. You want to let them know this is who we are. This is what we're about. This is how you can get the most out of this. So welcome sequences are very important as well. Usually we have about 4 emails and a welcome sequence. From the welcome sequence, we go to the evergreen sequence, the year-long nurture and sell sequence. And that's really what we're known for, is having those year-long, super, super long sequences that have that strategy behind it so you can nurture and sell throughout the entire year without thinking about it after you have it created or after we create it for you. And so one thing that we really love about having evergreen email sequences that are these year-long nurture and sell sequences is that for an entire year, somebody that comes on your sequence today is going to have be nurtured and sold to in between launches. So if you are thinking, man, it'd be really great to make more sales in between launches, this is a great way to do it. And it doesn't require you to create even more launches, because I don't know anybody that like wants to do more launches. Maybe that's you, I don't know, but I don't know anybody that wants to do more launches. So if you don't want to do more launches, this is a great option for you, is to have something that can sell on your behalf. We also see that launches do better with people that have evergreen sequences, because then your audience actually hears from you in between your live launches. When they don't hear from you between your live launches, it's just like you're a number, and it's just like a money grab. That's how it's perceived, even if it's not true, even though it's probably not true. And so having the emails in between launches helps nurture your audience and really make them feel like the valued person that they are to you. Another sequence that's super important, it's an evergreen sequence that a lot of people neglect, is a fulfillment email. Now, the fulfillment email is so, so, so important, but let me ask you this. Last time you wrote a fulfillment email, was it just kind of slapped together because you were like so done with everything you were working on? that's how it is for a lot of people. Instead of putting the strategy and thought into creating like this really excellent fulfillment email that can sell for you, even beyond what you've already sold, people just throw things together and say, hey, here's your thing. So if that's you as you're listening right now, first of all, you're not alone, but you are losing money. So let me tell you a little bit more about what a fulfillment sequence should look like. So a fulfillment sequence, we want to have it be anywhere from 3 to 4 emails, because then it goes into the welcome sequence and then the evergreen sequence after that. But 3 or 4 emails, thanking them, giving them whatever it is that they bought, reminding them about what they bought, and then letting them know what else you have that might be helpful to them. Now, and we want to ask them for a reply. Sorry, I meant to mention that. We want to ask for a reply as well, usually in the first or second or both emails. And the reason is because it does help your deliverability, but the other reason is because it helps them see that this is a relationship. This isn't like a, here's this thing, buy it from me, see you later, you'll never hear from me again sort of situation. It's you actually wanting to help them. And so having a fulfillment sequence that gives them what they've purchased or asked for, ask them to reply. Maybe that's with what has been difficult for you so far in conquering this particular issue. How can I help? What questions do you have? Anything like that. It doesn't have to be like, tell me about your deepest, darkest secrets, but just asking them something that will be easy for them to respond to, so you can get that communication flowing. The third email, usually we want to, third or fourth email, we want to have it be something that tells them what else you have to offer. That could be in the footer, or it could also be in the body of the text. And the reason we want to do this is because if they bought from you once, chances are you can help them in other areas too. Now, I know, I hear you saying, okay, Brittany, but they just bought from me. I feel really bad asking them to buy again. Here's the thing. If you go into the emergency room with a really, really, really bad toothache and you tell the doctor, hey, I have a really, really bad toothache, I need help, and the doctor can see that you also clearly have a broken arm, they would be kind of a jerk to be like, all right, here's some toothache medicine, see you later, and not at least mention the broken arm that they can help you heal, help you fix. And so it's the same thing with your offers. If you have something that's really good that can help them with another problem that they have, it makes sense to let them know what that is. It's not forcing them to do it or forcing them to use it or forcing them to buy it. It's just saying, hey, I noticed this. I can help with this too if you want it. It can be very, very non-salesy. It doesn't have to be like a super hard sales pitch or anything like that, but at least making them aware of what other problems you can solve for them is super helpful for them. I also like to think about it like how authors have, hey, here's the other books that I've written. If you like this one, you'll also like these at on that first or second page of their book. It's just basically saying, if you like this, if this helped you, then this will too. And so that's what we want to do in fulfillment. Now, fulfillment is really important because it is the most opened email. People want their stuff. And so if you want to make the most of that prime real estate, having a fulfillment sequence that is a solid fulfillment sequence is vital to your success. There's a few others that I want to get into, but these are enough to start on today because I don't want to overwhelm you or overload you. So what your next step here is to start working on these sequences. Pick one sequence to work on. I would either pick the fulfillment sequence because that is the one that most people open, or abandoned cart sequence because chances are you will have more people going through your abandoned cart sequence than your fulfillment sequence. Because remember how we said 70 to 85% of people that get to the cart actually abandon the cart. So you're going to have more people abandoning the cart that you can reach through abandoned cart emails than you would fulfillment people. So I would start with abandoned cart emails, get those written out. And if you need help, we can help. So all you have to do to get help is click the link that comes with this video. I'll put it down below. We actually have a few options. We have templates, we have done for you, everything in between. Even if you don't use any of those though, get started because you're definitely losing revenue if you don't have these evergreen sequences in place. Remember, evergreen sequences help you create a sustainable business that's going to be able to bring in revenue, sometimes big, sometimes small, depending on your list size and how many people are coming onto your list consistently. But either way, it's extra money that you can make from something you set up once and you don't have to set up again and again and again and again. It's one sequence. So start with abandoned cart. I'll put the link below to the ways that we can help. That's all I have to say for today. Like I said, my name is Brittany Long. Thanks so much for being here. Check the links below and get started on your sequence today.